Doon 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 peak fiction. Doon 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 doon. Let's flipping go. Let's flipping go, man. Coming off of what is without a doubt one of the most wild, unbelievable duology of chapters in this series up until this point, where Instant Messenger Sama has graced us with their presence. I can't wait to see what this week's chapter could possibly have in store. Do we go to the Holy Land? Do we stick here on Elbaf? Do we go somewhere else entirely, or do we go to King Recon's house? I'm not entirely sure, but I can't flipping wait to see what happens, man. Where is the camera? Hold on. Where am I, man? Yo, you gotta understand, bro. Like, dude, we're not even playing games. So let me make sure this thing is turned on. Like, bro, y'all gotta understand, man. We are not playing any games today. Marvel, Token of Souls. Do y'all know how much that announcement meant to me? That was like the dream announcement of dream announcements. We are looking at a fighting game franchise in Marvel vs. Capcom. That means the absolute world to me. And now you're telling me that Arc System Works is going to be doing a Marvel game? Do you know how beautiful that is? That means something to me, man. That means more to me than a trophy. That means more to me than any winning record ever could. Out of all my sports teams. Do you know how excited I am for that? It's gonna be peak, bro. Like, it is going to be absolutely beautiful. I've been Domi reversing. The camera has been Domi reversing. This is the true roofer's POV. This is this is the true. This is the true roofer's POV. Yo, shout out to the. Let me see. I've been Domi reversing. Hold on. Let me see. We got Domi reverse. That's just great. That's how we do it, man. Imugai. For real. That's how we do it. Hold on. Make sure. But man, on a serious note, react to the chapter like this. Yeah, no, I could never be flipped, Char. I could never be flipped. But I could very well get Domi reverse. You know, sometimes it just happens. Demon Recon is crazy. But on a serious note, I'm very happy to see y'all, man. The last week was absolutely insane. Last week's chapter and the chapter before, they've been absolutely rent-free. Haven't been able to stop thinking about where this series could go from here. All the different possible things in regards to abilities and backstory and potential future, not just possibilities, but even in regards to just the events of the narrative, but even in regards to character, right? And it's just been, like, what a wild chapter. I can't believe last chapter didn't leave off on a break. So I really can't wait to see what this week's chapter has in store. But what's been so wonderful... Actually, is my audio good? I'm over here. I'm over here. Watch out, Vortex. Let me know if the audio's good. I'm over here ranting. That collab was epic. I appreciate you, Spencer. Yo, for everyone who has not had the chance to listen to the Dak collab that I did over on Redacted, over on Dak Sake's collaboration channel. Man, we had an awesome conversation, dude. We had an awesome convo. I mean, last week's discussion that we did at the end of the reaction stream was absolutely sensational. And I was able to bring some of those points over into the conversation with Dak, and it was a lot of fun. And so I would highly recommend checking that out. Audio sounds good? Perfect. Did you see One Piece live action Chopper? Dude, I can't believe I haven't even talked about this. So, yo, I actually really like the design. I need to see it in Drum Island in action. I need to hear Chopper in stating more lines. I need to see more of it. But off of just straight up seeing it, I think it looks good. What I'm most excited about in regards to Chopper is how they are going to take what we saw there and make the Hiruluk flashback out of it. Because if they can make me cry for that version of Chopper, they're going to have me. You know what I'm saying? So Drum Island is very special to me. Similar to how I was really excited for the Arlong Park adaptation in the live action. Because of how much that arc means to me. Drum Island also means a lot to me, as we talked about last year during the arc rankings. And so I know for a fact that's going to be... Whoa! Ali G! Ali G! I've missed you, brother. I have missed you. I'm sure the entire chat has missed you. But it is good to see you, bro. He comes in and sends 50 flipping memberships, man. Holy sweet mother of flowers. Coming in a hype week that after that One Piece live action Chopper reveal, then we proceeded after that to have a wonderful, wonderful final last few games for the Eastern Conference Finals. That should have went 7 games. But shout out to the Pacers for winning that. Of course, NBA Finals continuing this week. But then, this week, nothing but video game greatness up the wazoo, man. I mean, just all over the place. It's been beautiful, it's been wonderful, and it's only going to get better. It is only going to get better. And in the midst of that, Ali G comes in, and... There's only 106 people in chat, Ali G. There's only 106. Everyone in here is going to be a member. Can I Domi reversing myself again? Okay, hold on. Go back to the beginning of the stream. Where's it at? Where's the starting student screen? Alright, retrace my steps. I clicked this. I clicked this. Chat! There's 113 of us here! And Ali G, dropping down like instant messenger Sama, was like, yo, I am gonna come up in like swimwear with 100 flipping gifted memberships on E3 week that has now changed to Summer Games Fest week. You know how insane that is? We had to do a reverse just for that. We had to do... Yo, y'all just gave me a dangerous ability, bro. I'm gonna use the flag nards out of this. I'm gonna use the flag nards out of this dummy reversing thing. Alright. Let's go back. Regular camera. Okay. Whoa! So on top of the 100 gifted memberships from Ali Flipping G, the god hand of finance, mind you, then we have Black Myth Kage coming off of what I assume is a reference to Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Kage comes in with a 50, $49.99. It says, Sup King, thank you for your continuous joy and positivity. I'm currently swapping between playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, Peak Fiction, and Expedition 33. Peak. Can't decide on which one to finish first. Whichever one you're in the mood for. You can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either. Both of those games mean the absolute world to me. The fact that you're playing both those games is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So Black Myth Kage, you sit down in that seat tonight, or in your bed, or in wherever it is that you play your video games. You look at the monitor, you look at your television, and you have that conversation with yourself, and you say, man, what do I want to play? What does my heart, what does my soul call out for? And if you see spiky-haired Cloud, then you gotta go FF7. However, if you feel it in your heart, you gotta see Robert Pattinson, which by the way is an FF7 fan, then you have to be like sweet mother of Flagnards I might have to go Expedition 33. If you want to parry, you might have to go Expedition 33. If you want to go into a world map, you might have to go Expedition 33. But if you hear Tifa's theme, you might have to go FF7. You know, I get it. FF7 is my favorite game ever made. So obviously I have bias there. But I love Expedition 33 so much. So unbelievably much. My game of the year without even question. So, whichever one you choose, I support your decision. Peak chapter incoming. He understands it now. I understand it. I do understand it because Marvel vs. Capcom is back. Except it's my Arc System Works and Capcom is not in it. It's Marvel. It's just a Marvel fighting game. Which is insane. I'm so excited. But Black Myth Cog, on a serious note, thank you so much for the 50. Appreciate you. And appreciate, of course, Ali G for the God Hand of Finances. Just crazy, continuous insanity, man. Holy sweet mother of flag darts. Oh, man. Let's see. Then Yeah Cool joins the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Appreciate you, Yeah Cool. Thank you so much for that. Did I miss something? Oh, I missed it. A few supers up here as well. I apologize. But Yeah Cool. Thank you so much for joining the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Appreciate you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. Then Ali G gives 5 more memberships to the channel. Bro, Ali G, man, what's going on, bro? What's going on? That's insane. 105 members. We have 116 people in here, man. Don't let me reversing again. Don't let me reversing. But I appreciate you seriously, Ali G. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you with every fiber in my being. And for everyone who has dodged the memberships in today's stream, when there's 105 of them, then it's just it's Google. You know, you can't take it up with me anymore. You got to take it up with Google. At that point, Google just doesn't want y'all to succeed. You know what I'm saying? That's thing. So I appreciate you, Ali G. Seriously, thank you so much for that. Now, speaking of that, Ali G, how are you feeling about the end of Awashi, man? I still can't believe it's almost over. Absolute insane. Absolute insanity. Josh Pointer comes in with a 10 in all caps and says, before we dive into the chapter, what games do you want to see or hope to see at the Summer Games Fest and Xbox Showcase? This chapter is hype and leaves you with questions. Also, Yamal greatness. Me and Yamal was cooking yesterday, man. Unreal. It's going to be a good final between Spain and Portugal for sure. So what am I hoping to see? I mean, yesterday, since we didn't see Resident Evil 9 yesterday, I'm assuming we're going to see that at Summer Games Fest or Xbox. One of the two, which would be crazy. Imagine them showing that off in an Xbox show. I'm assuming the Persona 4 remake is probably going to be at the Xbox show, just like the Persona 3 remake was, if that is going to be there. So we had Final Fantasy Tactics. I can't believe that's real. Final Fantasy Tactics remastered as well. Showed off yesterday. Pragmata, obviously. I'm trying to think about things that were not at that show that potentially could be on Keeley's show. Death Stranding's getting its own event, so I'm not expecting to see that there. So you're going just what I'm hoping to see. I'm really hoping to see Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm hoping to see Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm hoping to see FF7 Part 3, even though that looks like it's going to be 2 years away from now. I'm predicting 2027. So it could be time. But KH4, we just got some screenshots for that. So let's see if we can get something for that. That's definitely what I want to see the most. And then we already saw, we know MGS3 is on the way. We don't need another trailer for that. We just got that one at State of Play. I want to see more from the Marvel game, honestly, but that'd be asked too much. Let me see. They showed the new Ghost yesterday. We could see Wolverine tomorrow. We could see Blade as well. We haven't seen anything from the new Blade game in a while, actually. So we could see that for at the Xbox show. I don't know if Nintendo... As a matter of fact, if Nintendo does show up at the Keighley show, it'll be to announce Switch 2 versions of already established games. As a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about that, Final Fantasy might be at the Xbox show to announce that 7 Remake's going to Xbox. I'm pretty sure that's happening soon. So Square might be there for that. But off the top of my head, I honestly don't know. Because so many of my dreams, bro. After the Marvel thing yesterday, I've exploded. it's like anything else that we get, man. I'm flipping good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm extremely excited. But thank you, Josh Pointer, coming with the all caps. That's what we know. We're gonna be for some peak. But final prediction for the Xbox Showcase once again. Summer Games Fest. I'm honestly not sure what we could get into. I'm expecting new IP and maybe some updates on some things like we were just talking about. Really hoping for KH4 though. But at the Xbox show, if Persona's going to show up in any way, it's going to be there. I really want to see Gears, as a massive Gears fan. Really want to see Gears of War, the prequel. Hoping we get some more of that there. I'm expecting to see some Fable there as well. I'm expecting to see Outer Worlds. No, yeah, the Outer Worlds thing is right after Outer Worlds 2. And then... Screw it, let's go Elder Scrolls 6. You know? We know it's coming, we just don't know when. So we'll go ahead and do that. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, Josh Pointer. Then True Roofers comes in with $1. I don't know what has shocked me more. True Roofers being here or that Marvel announcement yesterday, man. I don't know. But I appreciate you, True Roofers. Anytime True Roofers is in a comment section, you know it's going to be some peak fiction. Judgmentus comes in with a 5 and says, "What's up, boss? Happy to be here. Recently finished Zero and liked it a lot. Trails from Zero, Judgmentus. On to Azure next. Oh, let's flip and go. It is Trails. Let's go, Judgmentus. I'm glad you enjoyed Trails from Zero. On to Azure next. Hope this chapter is fire. Me too. But it's One Piece, you know. I don't have to hope. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't happen, we'll just Domi Reversi until it does happen. Thank you so much, Judgmentus. I truly appreciate you so much for checking out the Trails series and also for being here with us on Switch 2 release day. Double E Giuliani comes in with a 2 and just says, "Peace. What's going on, Double E Giuliani? Happy to see you. All love to you and to the rest of the chat." Exhibition 33 DLC, Ashen Samurai Jiro, I feel like they didn't plan for it at launch. We might get an announcement for it. As a matter of fact, that did show up a lot in the Jeff Keighley hype event. Or hype trailer. So we could see it there. I just don't know what we would see from it. I feel like it's way too early. The creators might come out, like Sandfall Interactive might come out and be like, you know, we're making DLC. And I'd be like, yeah! And then that'd be the end of it. And I'd be fine with that. I really would. So, volume a bit low. Thank you for letting me know, Akash Panda. Oh yeah, Quag 2 coming in clutch with Sega. So I would really love to see some Sega stuff too. Maybe the new Virtua Fighter that they're working on. The one set in the past from the Yakuza creators looks awesome. Crazy Taxi, yeah, and the new Jet Set Radio for sure. Yeah, that was a good call. I forgot about that. That is a really good call. All right, let's go over to the sound check. Oh yeah, it is really low. Okay, let's pull it up. All right, it might be a little better there, Akash Panda. I pushed it up a little bit. Gotta be for work at 6. I appreciate you, goalie. Appreciate you for that. But yeah, Akash Panda, let me know if the audio is better. Is it a little better? It's better? Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, I apologize for that. I didn't know that because my computer earlier today it reset, and I guess it reset my volume settings as well. And that must have been when the Domi Reversi happened too. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Akash Panda. Appreciate you. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the thing up for the title. Listen, Ronnie, that was my favorite announcement of this entire week, and I don't know if it's gonna be topped unless the FF7 Part 3 gets announced. But that Marvel fighting game, I am a massive Marvel vs. Capcom fan. So that Marvel fighting game announcement had me through the roof. I rewatched that trailer like 50 times, dude, with reactions and on my own. I still can't believe it's real. Last night, I went to bed playing Marvel 3 endlessly. I went to sleep almost with the controller in my hand because I was so excited for this game, man. Like I can't believe it's made by Arc System Works too. All right, are we reading the title? So, reading the title. Now, before we get into the chapter, there is a little thing. Yo, Lazy Mofo's Doom had a Glock. He came up in there, swiped the dude down, came in, took Star-Lord, I think it was Star-Lord, pulled out the Glock 40 and just blasted. I was like, bro! Doom with a gun! And then Storm came in there. I was like, nah, man, this is peak. But regardless, I've been avoiding talking about it the entire beginning part of the stream because it is obviously an extremely emotional time. Y'all remember when this first dropped? We were there for the entire Switch 1 processes. This is the day 1 Switch. As you can see, it's very, very old. I got this the first day the Switch dropped. The original Switch. And so coming into the Switch 2, I was of course extremely bummed about the fact that I wasn't able to get a pre-order in. Now thank the Holy Sweet Mother of Flagnards, thank God above, that I'm still waiting for it to come in, but I do have a Switch coming in. It's not here yet. However, that didn't stop your boy from having to take care of some business. And there's some unfinished business here within this community. There's been some unfinished business for a very long time. A very, very, very long time. If I could make this camera zoom in, I would. And for those of you who can zoom in, I would highly advise zooming into my face right now. Because this is some serious stuff right here. Because I'm about to call somebody out. I'm about to call someone out whom, when Street Fighter V came out, the two of us were excited. The two of us couldn't wait to go on there and play Street Fighter V. And so we were excited. We were scheduling when we could have battles on Twitch, on YouTube. And as I saw my rival growing, and I myself grew, the inevitable day would one day come, when the two of us would meet. And time passed. And the two of us did not meet in the center of the Street Fighter V ring. Now Street Fighter VI is out. And it's been out for a very long time. But it hasn't come out on the latest console. And so, I know there's an individual out there who has a Switch too. It's an individual that you and I both know very well. It's a brother I love unlike any other. The brother from another mother. Who is very good at Street Fighter. And even better at Mario Kart. But I was called out by this individual over 10 years ago. And so I'm sitting with you here today. To let y'all know I am back to call my brother out. Uzumaki-kan. 10 years ago, you were like, yo, King Recon. It might even be before the underscore. You were like, bro, you gotta see me at Street Fighter. Con, the time has come. I don't even have the console. I don't even have the thing in my hands. But I woke up this morning, I smelled it. I felt the Conqueror's Haki in the air. I walked right into Best Buy, and they were like, sir, do you want to switch to console? And I said, no. Give me the Uzumaki-kan versus King Recon Supreme. And he was like, all right, sir, here you go. And I brought home Street Fighter 6 for the Switch 2. And so I don't have the console yet. I don't know when I'm going to get the console. I don't have my GameCube controller yet. I don't know when any of that's coming. But the good brother, Uzumaki-kan, I am responding to a challenge 10 years in the making. Your Ryu versus my Cammy. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be live on Twitch? Or will it be live on YouTube? I don't know. But that match will be televised. And I can promise you that. Uzumaki-kan, I love you with every fiber of my being. But you gotta see me in hands. Let's let it go, boys. Let's go, man. Listen. Whoever gets in that clip over to Con, because I know Con's not going to watch this because he doesn't read the manga, most certainly send that over and let the man know I am challenging him to a match in Street Fighter 6. And of course I have it already on PS5, but I bought it specifically on Switch to of course play with my buddies, but to see my boy Uzumaki-kan in hands. It's up! Without further ado, obviously it's a very, very exciting time, like I said, with the Switch 2 being revealed. The GameCube thing is going to be huge for me. We've talked about this for weeks. But Wind Waker, this is the one Zelda game that I've not properly experienced, and so I'm going to be going ham on that tomorrow, or whenever the thing comes in. Same thing with my beloved F-Zero GX, man. Yeah, I remember I used to do retro Recon vlogs with this game. I love F-Zero GX. And so we're going to be able to play that game online, which is going to be super, super dope. It'll be a good skill check for me. Was I a fraud my entire childhood? I'm not sure. But we're going to find out whenever we play that game online. And of course, Soul Calibur, which is going to be beautiful. And then Mario Kart, which is the reason why I'm buying the whole thing to begin with. But on a serious note, for everyone out there who has bought their Switch 2 and is one day going to buy their Switch 2, I hope you're enjoying the console. These console opening nights, a lot of memories to be had there. You know, I'll never forget whenever the Wii was about to come out, and my entire family was like at Toys R Us, Target, Walmart. I mean, we're like all different locations just trying to get one, and opening that up on Christmas Day with my entire family there, from like my grandmother down to the youngest cousin, is something I'll never forget. And so I know how special these opening things for consoles are for a lot of families out there, a lot of individuals out there, and I'm most certainly one of those people who cherishes these memories. And so when my Switch 2 comes in, can't wait to play Mario Kart, can't wait to play the GameCube stuff, can't wait to play some more Street Fighter, and eventually the Yakuza 0 Director's Cut and all of that greatness right there, right? But I just really hope that a lot of y'all can get it if you want it, and if you do want it, that you can, have fun and cherish those memories, man, because they come once every like 7 to 8 years, and it's always a special time. And so all love to everybody who's managed to get one so far. And if you have Mario Kart and you got Switch Online, I'm definitely going to see y'all online, because there's 24 people in each match, so we're bound to run into each other. So I'm extremely excited for that. Recon in 5 is crazy. No, but on a serious note, I appreciate y'all so much, and so incredibly excited for hopefully Con and I can get together to do that. Because last time Con and I played a fighting game together was Naruto Storm, one of the early ones, and so that'll be super, super fun. Now, yeah, for real, Snoop, I've been in Time Trooper for 10 years. Yeah, so I did not see the OPLA Lego trailer, Akash Panda, but I saw the Lego set. I saw Along Park. I saw. So there was Along Park. Was Brati? No, it was Buggies. It was Buggies and Along Park. Those are the two that I saw, and I think I saw the Going Merry. And then I saw Nami. I saw Luffy. I saw Shanks. I think I saw Zoro as well. I saw like a picture and all that, but I haven't seen the trailer yet. I gotta see the trailer. So let's go ahead and see this. Black Myth Kage comes in with a 10 and says Recon and Con battle finna be the strongest Street Fighter in history for the strongest Street Fighter today. Yo, like on a serious note, like all jokes aside, Uzumaki-kan has a nasty Ryu, bro. He's really good with Ryu. I obviously haven't seen him play Street Fighter 6, but on Street Fighter 5, that man was really good with Ryu, man. Like really, really good with Ryu. So we'll see what happens in the current game. But appreciate you, Black Myth Kage. Thank you so much for that. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Read the chapter. For the greatness. Can you use Lego Zoro as a keychain? That'd be clean. That'd be clean. Yeah, honestly, Akash Pan, let you bring that up. Yeah, I have not gotten a chance to watch that trailer for the Lego thing. I definitely should. Let me pull this right here. All right, Emu, what do you have in store for me this week? Are we going back to the Holy Land, or are we Wait, can I read the title? Yeah. Or are we going to... Or are we going to, man, what is wrong with the lighting? Do I have to put it down here? I'll just keep it right here. Let's see. All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Getting my long preamble into its next stage, it is time for us to sit down and read the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history, but not just the best-selling manga in history. What we're looking here is one of the craziest stretches in the story thus far, with our supposed, what appears to be, our final main antagonist making his way all the way over from the Holy Land using Wi-Fi Haki to get inside of Gunko, put us all in reverse, even me, and completely change what I thought was possible within this story. And it's going to be absolutely insane, man. I can't wait to see what happens next. Like I said, will this chapter be in the Holy Land? Will this chapter be on Elbaf? I don't know. But it's so incredibly exciting, and we're going to find out together, because it is Thursday, June 5th at 10:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is for y'all. It might be pancake hours, it might be dinner hours. But we are here today to read the one, the only, not the live action as much as I love it, not the video games as much as, you know, I enjoy the video games, and I think we need another One Piece game. We just... Can we get another? Anyways, we're in the middle of the NBA Finals, in the middle of Argentina versus Chile, which I believe Argentina's winning like 1 or 2-0. And in the midst of all of that, we are here today to read the one and the only, the greatest and the awesome sauce of what? Yo. I'm behind on the anime quite a bit. I'm behind 2 episodes. I'm gonna do a triple. I thought I was gonna do a double this weekend. I'm doing a triple this weekend. And you know what else is a triple? This stretch of chapters. Peace! That's assuming we're on break. We have to be on break in this chapter, right? We have to. There is no way that we come off of 2 Ibu chapters and whatever this chapter has in store and we don't go on break, man. There's no way. There is absolutely no way. 1098 this week? Oh, 1098 this week. Oh, man, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to read it. I'm going to have to watch it, I mean. Oh, that's going to kill me. Bro, the God Valley flashback episode, in 1097 and 1098, that's right. My cousin was telling me that. It's going to be the Guinea episode. Oh, man, I'm not ready for that. Dang, dude. That's going to be tough. Walter Kale Arana comes in with a 10 and says, or Kaje? Walter Kaje? First time catching a live in years. Thanks for elevating our experience, Coach. Goat Raw Fire, peak flipping fiction. That's right. The universal language. But I appreciate you know. Trust me. Like I said at the end of last week's chapter, and most certainly here once again today, y'all do elevate my experience, and so I appreciate y'all. And trust me, the feeling is mutual. The feeling most certainly is mutual. Thank you so much for that, Walter. They also released Gear 5 Crocs. What? Gear 5 Crocs? Like official Crocs? Watch out, bro. That'd be clean. What do they cost? Like $100? Both the anime and the manga are on break next week. Nintendo, send me my stuff, man. There's only one way I'm gonna be able to deal with not having a One Piece episode or chapter. I gotta need some greatest. Well, I've been playing Elden Ring as well, man. Shout out to Elden Ring the Night Ring, by the way. I have been having a blast on that game. A blast. And y'all know how bad I was in the beta. Your boy's in the third boss and the third Night Lord. Hey man, listen, I found my character. I've been doing my thing. I'm not an expert. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert. By the Sweet Mother of Flagnars, we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing, man. Do I have to bring the camera? Listen to me. I'm doing my thing, man. I'm a Revenant main. I've been doing it. We've been handling business. I'm going out there. I'm like, don't be reversing. And I bring them to fight over my side. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yo, man. Revenant? Domi reversing? Stop playing with Ibu. I've been going ham. Elden Ring the Night Raid is gas. Alright, it's gas. I'm enjoying it, man. It's been a blast. Anyways, let's get to the chapter. The chapter is chapter 1151. That's enough. I've got this. That's enough? I've got this? Holy Land? Is that something that it has to be something that somebody says. Oh, the cover story's still not over. Yamato's fighting Yokozuna! Only child Yamato in the Holy Nari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 35, a sumo tournament in Hakumai. Yokozuna Sukune, Urashima's big brother. Oh, this is the big brother. I just thought he had a post, like, Wano design. Big brother is sent flying. Okay, shout out. Shout out, yo. I'm glad that the Yamato cover story... Is that Kawamatsu in the corner? 40 out of 10 chapter. I don't have to read it. Kawamatsu, the Kappa's in the chapter. Look, there are certain characters that they just resonate with you whenever you see them, and I love Kawamatsu, the Kappa, brother. Yo, from initial concept and design alone, I was like, a wrestler and a samurai? Get out of town. Come on, man. It's like... earlier this week, the One Piece live action squad were like, yeah, we want to be on WWE TV. If I ever see One Piece on WWE television, the two longest running things I've been following my entire life, do you know how crazy that's going to be? If I see Cody Rhodes say Luffy, I'm going to be like, what the flying is going on? Anyways, we're hoping for that. And that's what we're getting here in a sumo wrestling tournament that Yamato is winning, as Yamato should. With Kawamatsu the Kappa in the corner. Let's flip and go. Ichiro Oda says, I went to an aerial restaurant. This man went to Skypiea? I went to an aerial restaurant? This man's flying? And houseboat with Inaki, Emily, and Jacob. Oh, the live action cast from the live action series. It was the best. They all went to Skypiea? I went to an aerial restaurant? What is an aerial restaurant, y'all? I don't think I've ever heard that before. An aerial restaurant? Hold on, let me search it up on Google. What is an aerial restaurant? Dragon, so this is the closest one to me. What is this? I've never heard of this. An aerial restaurant is a restaurant that is elevated in the air, often on a platform or structure, providing diners with a unique and elevated dining experience. These restaurants can offer breathtaking views and a different perspective of the surroundings. A dinner in the sky. They suspend your table from the air? Yo, this sounds nuts! I've never heard of this concept before. This is actually really cool. Like, on a serious note, this is actually super, super dope. Well, that's another thing to add to the bucket list, man. Let's go on an aerial restaurant one of these days. Aerial restaurant date. Let's make it happen. Anyways, let's go into the chapter. Glad that Oda is having a good time with the live action squad. I know how much he truly appreciates them, and they appreciate him in turn. Nothing. They tie a balloon to your your food is insane. Could you imagine? That'd be insane. Oh, before we read the chapter, let's see what the top 5 is looking like right now. So in our community, it's not loading. Hello? I can't see the leaderboard. It won't let me see the leaderboard. Oh no. Oh yeah. It won't let me see the leaderboard. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm clicking on it, as I'm sure y'all can hear. But whoever's in the top 5, I see Sloth Guy at 3 or 2, Morgan Irvin at 1. Whoever's in the top 5, I'll love to y'all, but it won't let me click on my community. They don't want to see us succeed. So, I don't know what it's for, Sloth Guy, but YouTube gave me a new edition, and I love it. You know, it's the classic video game thing of Alexing numbers go up, and so, and leaderboards are always cool. So, it's just what it is. So I apologize. I wanted to see what the community leaderboards were, but it wouldn't let me. Let's see. The Pacers are winning, Vortex? 4-point game. All right, let's get back to the chapter. All right, I gotta get back to the chapter. Let's see. Are we in the Holy Land or are we with? Oh no, we're in Elbaf. Emu, please snap out of it, captains. Elder Jarl is the world's oldest warrior. He's a living legend. What's with Dorian Brokey's demonic transformation? There they are. Bro, look at the wings, dude. Look at their wings and the horns. Bro, even the axe has like a little a pointy tip on it. Similar to like how a trident would. Man, this is terrifying. We've always looked up to him as Dory and Brody come in. Yeah, you said it, Kashi. And they're running away. I can't blame them. And you know, throughout this last week, I've been thinking so much about the Giants and what Emu meant at the end of last chapter. Did Emu mean that the Giants at one point in time were like these malicious creatures who were very beast-like in nature and took... that's just their nature and they have to subdue that? And they subdue that throughout the course of history? Or is it just leading into something else? Which is still fascinating to me, regardless. But, look at this, man. But the elder we all idolize is just a broken old man now. That's why it's up to us to put him out to pasture. And after that, we will reign as kings. Exactly what Emu was talking about. Elbaf has no need for idols or gods. Oh. How fascinating is that? Coming off of last week's chapter, we were talking about how much Emu is sort of attempting so hard to cosplay as a godlike figure. And the very first thing that it says in the Ten Commandments is that ye shall have no other gods or idols besides me. And I think that is so fascinating that Emu tells the people they can govern themselves, that they should govern themselves, that they should not rely on gods and idols. That is so fascinating to me coming from Emu. A character who represents what they represent, especially coming off of the last chapter. It is time to call forth a new era of war, an age ruled by the strong. That's so interesting. Because obviously that is what Emu told him last chapter, but to put it in that way, like, no need for idols, no need for gods. In an island that preserves its history so much, the holy texts, right? Like, that is their culture. It is time to call forth a new era of war, an age ruled by the strong. Once again, just calling back to what we've been discussing throughout the course of the arc. That Oda's been so consistent with in regards to not just the themes of war, but also what it truly means to be strong. How can you say that? This isn't you. What happened to you guys? Stay back, Kashi. They flipped. They what? They flipped. We've all flipped. They're not the same people anymore. We ain't in Kansas anymore. And neither are the Chiefs. They've become pitch black demons right down to their core. No way. Tall man. It's the Domi Reversi board. It's the Domi Reversi board, Laconis! Laconis was on it last week. So you see the Domi Reversi board out here. Come on, man. Coolest ability, bro. Like, so we see the game board, we see all the black pieces, and then we see the piece that is currently flipped and potentially looks like it, or that's stuck up and potentially might just be flipped here. Oh, man, so cool. So flipping cool. Like, when we're able to see the fruits of what we were discussing last week, exactly Insomniac, like the game piece, the board, where we were talking about the end of last week's chapter, to see it here on full display, because obviously in the end of 1150, we saw so much of the potential visual imagery that was hinting towards the Reversi game board and the game rules and things of that nature. It couldn't be more clear. It could not be more clear than this, man. I'm stuck. No, wait, I don't want to flip too. Goes in, flips, and now he has also flipped, man. Flipping mother of Flagnars, no pun intended. Dope hate spread. Ah, I feel amazing. See, that fascinates me. Individuals who flip, they go on a high. Obviously, Emu last week talked about becoming this demon-like thing allows you to reach the pinnacle of what Emu believes to be humanity. Also, in parallel with what Gear 5 allows, is what we look at as like the pinnacle of freedom, the pinnacle of what Luffy can do. And so, similar to how Luffy enters a high when he goes into Gear 5, similar to how the steroids, as Dak was bringing up in the discussion, made Hody Jones go on that sort of kind of like high. Now the Domi Reversi, when they get flipped and they get turned into these monsters, they also go into this high where they don't even feel pain anymore. They feel at the height of their game. And it's really, really interesting. I mean, true demon time. I feel amazing. Tall man, you fall back. And so you see them all together. This looks like something out of Thriller Bark, bro. I mean, this is terrifying. Imagine the giants having turned into this, and now they're chasing after you. This is Elden Ring the Night Rain. This is when you're on one of the days, and it's a draconic tree sentinel that spawns along two royal cavalrymen right after you finish fighting an ancient dragon. That's what this is. Like, come on, dude. Fall back. We're in a bad position here. It seems the enemy took down Gyaban, too. What? No way, that's impossible. Wait for me. Oh, wait, I think I missed something on the side. Bro, look at the shadow. What is that shadow on the top left? That thing looks crazy. Hold on, let me... No way, that's impossible. Wait for me, Colin. Yasun was... Mama's coming to save you, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Branch 8. They're devils now. The giant warrior pirates have become completely demons. And so we see, they look up, they're dreaming. Oh, that's what it is, they're dreaming. I know I should have read that first. So, they're dreaming of this, and now the nightmares are becoming reality. And dude, this thing looks crazy, son. The top three right here, they look like they're crawling straight out of Dante's Inferno, man. Rise up. Death means nothing to you. The nightmares come back up. This looks like the dude from 100 Line, Last Events Academy. An ad? Wahahaha! That's right, wake up, come to life. Is that Killingham? Jude Killingham! Elbaf's nightmare will never end! Who is that? Sharp teeth? A little bit of makeup under the eye? Black hair? Who the flip is this? Things are really heating up. This individual has the bubble around their head like Jude Killingham. No holding back now that a certain someone's shown up. The horse legs! That is Jude Killingham! What happened to the dragon head? Why does this design look so cool? Or is this his brother? Is this another Holy Knight? I don't know, man. It looks like Jude Killingham. And he's talking about the nightmares as well. This has to be Jude. There's no question this is Killingham. So if this is Killingham, is this Killingham's real design? Looks cool, though. It looks really cool. Rampage to your heart's content, my dream demons. Elbaf, this is your doing. You brought these monsters into your world, and you see them. It is! Right here! Saint Killingham, mythical dragon fruit, model Killin, hybrid form. So this is... Yo, he looks cool, man. Like, really, really cool. Saint Killingham. Mythical dragon fruit. So that is what we saw the original design being. I like both designs. I was telling you how much I liked Killingham's original design. This looks really cool. Twin brother. Oh no, he's hot. That's insane. That's actually insane. I like the design. Emolingham. So... yeah, kind of similar to Rob Lucci. That is true, Snoop. Mythical dragon fruit. The hybrid form of that. Fascinating. So a trident in one hand, the horn in the other. Is it me, or are there even more of them now? Nami. Jimbei, bro. You know I love you with every fiber of my being, man. You know I love you. You will forever be one of my favorite characters in this series. But brother, get up and start boxing, man. I need you to ride the wave. I need you to get up and start slapping some of these Flagnards. Except for Emu. Things have really spiraled out of control. Master Dory, Master Brogy, this is your homeland. Oh my god, the Usopp moment. We were talking about this last week. This is your homeland. What are you doing? Open your eyes. Usopp, bro, talk them out of it, baby. Talk them out of it, man. How can you bear turning into something with no pride at all? And he's crying. And we knew this would eventually happen. It would have to happen. But we're seeing this now take place with an Usopp who not only feels powerless in the situation at hand, but is now seeing... we know how much Elbaf means to Usopp. Elbaf means to Usopp what Shanks means to Luffy. You know, you start talking trash about Shanks, Luffy will pull out. He doesn't care who you are, right? And so right now, they're turning not only the individuals whom he looks up to so much into clearly individuals that seem unrecognizable, but they're going against the thing that he believed the Elbaf warriors stood for, into people who have no pride at all. And so that's bringing emotions out of Usopp. I love this. I love this so much, man. He's like, yo, masters, this is your land. This is the land that I know y'all love because I love it because y'all love it. Open your eyes, both metaphorically and literally. How can you bear turning into something with no pride at all? And I love that comes from Usopp, man. Oh, what a great moment. What a great moment. Hopefully we get more from that. We couldn't save the children. No wonder Saul failed to stop them. The kids are guarded by monsters and invisible thorns. Bent! Ylva! As if I could pass out now. I swear I'm coming to save you. Just wait for me. Man, I'm loving this for Usopp. Now I'm really hoping that Usopp will have that moment with Dory and Brogy. Well, he'll snap them out of it. We might even get, like we talked about last week, that David Goliath moment where he comes in and really does snap the antenna off of whatever Emu has control over them right there with the Domi Reversi. And Emu ends up being like the main thing on the board that ends up flipping this game on its head. Usopp greatness is cooking, man. It's cooking. It's flipping cooking. My lord, how far are we to take this? Oh, Summers. The board is already covered in our color. The board is already covered in our color. And we see this crazy, just mural-esque panel of the Elbaf warriors and the Nightmares. And they're just walking, leaving nothing but flames and chaos in their path, man. The Nightmares... Flipping Emu, bro. Instant messenger summon. Why is Goonko's design post Emu so flipping cool, man? Is it the hair? Is it the wings? I don't know, man. That thing looks so dope. It looks so clean, man. It just looks clean. It just looks... The Pacers won? Oh, they're winning the finals. They're winning the finals. King, please buy yourself a better chair. I've had that chair to mess my back up. I work in IT. Dude, Ryan Lucree, you know something? Just recently, I had that very same conversation with my family members because I was having some pretty crazy back pain. And if that's the case, then I am going to get myself a new chair, because you just confirmed that for me, Ryan. Thank you for letting me know. Because it has been messing my back up, yo. I'm going to... Next time y'all see me, I will definitely invest in a new chair. Yeah, I'll get like an office chair or something. Thank you. Thank you for that. Like, on a serious note, thank you so much for that. Dang, man, the Pacers won. Anyways, back to Emu. So we see instant messenger somewhere right here. These nightmares are made of pure malice. If we let them rage, they'll eventually destroy themselves. Press on until it... Press on until it shatters! Until what shatters? The spirit of Elbaf. Had a herald not blundered in the... Oh my god! The theory! Had Herald not blundered in that critical hour, this nation would have long have been beneath my rightful dominion. Going back to the Herald and Loki thing. So yes, it has to be that Loki killed Herald due to some sort of thing that would have then led for this entire nation that we were talking about last week to have eventually been under a complete Holy Knight control. But leaving that to the next generation, leaving that to Loki and whatever would happen in the future, he took that upon himself. Loki was like, I will carry that burden into the future. Whether it was intentional on his behalf or not, whether King Harold planned it or not, whether it was King Harold got possessed or whatever it was, that situation is what led for Elbaf to remain being free. And we know what's crazy about this is that it allowed Elbaf to be free while Loki lost his freedom. So Loki was chained up while after all this took place, and he potentially is what allowed Elbaf to be free for all of this time. I need that Loki flashback so bad, man. So bad! The spirit of Elbaf had Herald not blundered in that critical hour. This nation would as long have been beneath my rightful dominion, man. And we were talking about that last week. And that is so cool that Emu brought that up. Oh, what an awesome flipping character, bro. Shout out to Instant Messenger Sama. So, my dominion. Man. A few minutes earlier in the realm of the dead. The king! I haven't seen them in flipping months! Same here, Ryan and Can't Fly, man. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm also thinking about that. About the idea that, I mean, we were talking about that last week about the corruption and stuff, but it really is looking like a likely scenario, especially after what Ibu just said here. But, bro, are we about to see the king? Flying up the air? Oh, that's gonna be Chopper! Chopper and Gabon. Ah! I jumped without thinking. Gabon, Chopper, I jumped without thinking. Wait, I gotta stay calm. I can do this, I can't let him die. Whoa! Dope spread? Excuse me. Guard pointer! If you want to hear about it, get on your knees, Hadruddin. You killed my father, Loki. Oh man, we're getting into it. He was my dad too. And look what you did to your own parent. Stop it, Hadruddin. Hey, Chopper just fell down. Was that Luffy? Was that? I heard a noise, but did you see him? Nah. The king! Right? It feels so good to see the boys, yo. So we got Loki. Yo, we got Roto. We got Monkey D. We got the monster trio. Let's flipping go, son. This is what I wanted to see right here. You're right. Something definitely just fell down here. It's just past that ridge. Wait, how did I know it was Chopper? There's no flipping way, dude. There's no way. What? We're getting into voice of all things stuff? Because this wait, hard to know was Chopper. That's more than just observation Haki, man. We're leading into something. The goat with the vote, bro. Someone's with them, but they're hurt. Luffy. This man with the voice of all things following the Flagnards. Chopper did go Gear 5. I see what y'all were talking about. We see his legs when the Flintstones run. Dude, voice of all things. It's like, obviously, after the Zunisha stuff, we had to cover his ears, and it was Momonosuke and Luffy. We knew that we were gonna get something with Luffy down the line with Voice of All Things and the connection to Roger, him hearing the Sea Kings back in Fishman Island, but it hasn't been touched upon in so long that for it to come back here is nuts, right? Same thing with what recently happened with in Egghead, right? And so, God, man, Voice of All. It's for him to know it was Chopper, bro. And to know that someone else is with him, so it's like it's of course blossoming. Something serious must be happening if they all fell all the way from the realm of the sun. Let's go find them right away. Zoro wants to see his son, man. He's like, yo, that's my boy. Hey, Gerd and Goldberg, is there anything you want us to fetch on the way? Like someone's head or some jewels? Amazon Lily? There's something I want. No, Loki, we're not going to set you free. No need to be so serious. Ring, ring? Hello, Loki? Whoa! Mosa! Mosa! I forgot about this plotline entirely! Mosa, I'm busy. Let's chat later. I'll be quick. I have my hands full here, too. I just have one thing to say. Back at the Holy Land? I'll be back. I'll be quick. I have my hands full here, too. I just have one thing to say. Just keep your voice down. Earlier, I didn't get a chance to tell you before, but the truth is, It looks like I'm not going to be able to use the transponder snail for a while. What? Did something happen? At first, I was just scared, but before I knew it, I found our conversation to be a calming experience, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. That's why I wanted to thank you again. What is this? Something happening to you? You didn't... That nasty business didn't crop up again, did it? That what nasty business? It's okay, don't worry about me. It's that place. Thank you for everything you've done until now. Hey, wait, Mosa. Bro! It's gotta be connected to the Holy Land thing, right? It's gotta be connected to the Holy Land thing. Right? It has to be. Exactly. Oh yeah, he did, Akash Man. That's a good point. He did talk to Mobo using the voice of all things back in Wano. That is true. I forgot about that. That is true. So what is going on with Mosa then? Thank you for everything you've done until now. Wait, hey Mosa. Gerchuk. It beeps? What are you looking at? It's nice to know that you somehow found a friend to lean on in the realm of the dead. Don't you dare tell anyone. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So... it's gotta lead to something, man. Like, who is this character? They have to be. Based off the last conversation before this one, you know, we were speaking that entire stream on the potential possibilities of that individual being I'm sure in that stream, I think we were talking about this individual potentially being a part of, like, in the Holy Land. So how crazy is it that Emu brings up that in 1149, then we cut back to the Mosa thing? I completely forgot about this. Gerd, you have to treat him. It's Yasan. He's severely wounded. Gaban. So this old-timer is popular around here, huh? Man, it feels so good to see Luffy again. Look at Chopper. Good job saving him, Chopper. What? It was nothing special. Classic Chopper. Praising me doesn't make me happy or anything, you jerk. I feel like I haven't heard that in years. What? This old man? You're saying he's on the Pirate King's crew? Now you found out. That means he was on the same ship as Roger and Rayleigh. He served as one of the Pirate King's wings alongside Dark King Rayleigh. He was probably their third strongest member. What? He really was a big shot pirate then. No wonder he was tough. So Shanks must know him too, for sure. He just moved. I think he's trying to say something, Yasan. What is it? I was second. The classic Sanji and Zoro gag, but also with Gaban and Rayleigh. Oh, that's so good. So that means Gaban and Rayleigh also really were going butting heads all the time, be like, nah, I was the second strongest. No, you were the second strongest. Just like Zoro and Sanji. That's awesome. He couldn't let that comment slide, even though he was near death here. He's like, no, I couldn't let that one slide. That's great. That's great. Yasan, I'm glad you're awake. What could put a man like him in this condition? That's right. Things up there are bad, Luffy. Tell him, man. Tell him. I need to see it, bro. They've taken the kids hostage. There's only a handful of enemies, but nobody can even make them budge. A bunch of enormous monsters are running amok, too. And on top of all that, what is that? Conqueror's Emu. It's almost time, yo. It's almost flipping time, man. It's almost time. Yo, Emu's Haki reaches all the way in the realm of the dead. This Haki is... Huh? This is... Everyone, we need to get a lift up to the Sun Realm right now. Elbaf is in danger. Luffy's not shook. Luffy feels what I think is Emu's Haki, and line he said. This man felt the Haki of the strongest being. I was like, hold on, man. He felt the Haki of two of the strongest beings. He laughed for Shanks. He was like, hey, that's my boy. And he was there when Joy Boy's Haki was released. He was like Flagnard's. And now, he's here for Emus. And he's like, hey, hold on, man. I'm about to roll up there. That's my flipping goat, man. We ain't scared. Bring on your Domi Reversi. Bring it on, Emu. We coming. We coming, man. We coming. We're coming. We're coming. Yeah. That's right. The Conquerors from last chapter when Emu released it, because it did say a few minutes earlier, right? Oh, man, dude. Let's go. Luffy does have the dragon sweat, y'all. Like father, like son. But you know what? The sun's moving. That's all I know. What could the source of this ridiculous burst of Haki be? You guys really will need my power now. So Loki's like, man, in the midst of the situation, let me go in. Let me box. Free me and let me go. Because y'all are feeling that, right? Y'all can't deal with that. Y'all can't deal with that. Yeah, y'all are right. Luffy is sweating, man. But he's like, yo, I got it. Even in the midst of the sweat fest, I got it. And I love Loki's response to this, man. I flipping love Loki, dude. Like, what a cool character. He goes and he's like, yo, what is this Haki? Hey, man, if y'all don't free me, we might be screwed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man. Dude, shout out to Loki. Loki's laughing in the presence of Emu's Haki. Dude. Oh, man, I'm so ready. Yeah, so the entire Underworld scene is a flashback. That's right, Jody List. So the entire scene is going to lead us into next chapter, which is, of course, going to be coming off of a break. There being a break next week. When we come back from that break, we're going to potentially see the present time when, or maybe the flashback might continue, and we see where they free Loki, if they do free Loki, which I'm assuming they're going to have to. And a freed, oh my god, bro, a freed Loki with the monster trio heading up to injected, man, injected, dude, please, man, I need that injected into my veins. Oh man. Let's go, dude. Man, bro. So now I'm just so curious. This Mosa thing is messing with my head now, man. Hashtag free Loki, that's facts. So, first and foremost, I really wonder who this Mosa character is now. And the connection to the potential thing that's happening in the Holy Land. Yo, did the Pacers really win, though? Before we get into some supers? Let me see. Pacers versus... The Pacers won 111 to 110. They beat them in their house, bro, the same way that they beat New York. I'm going to assume in the last second. Man, Indiana might win it, bro. And it was Tyrese Halliburton that did it. Hold on, y'all about to get a reaction for this. Hold on, let me see how he hit it. SGA came in, 13 seconds on the clock. He put up a shot, missed. Obi, Ty, 3 seconds. He just pulled up. Bro, he's on a generational run, bro. He's been doing this the entire playoffs. The whole playoffs. This is nuts. This is nuts. Dude, this man has a crazy clutch gene, bro. Yo, this man has a crazy, crazy clutch gene. Are you kidding me? Coming off the SGA board. Man, what a rebound. And I can't even blame the OKC defense on him. Caruso was trying to step back. So what could they do? That's just Halliburton being nasty. Look at this. Wow, man. Unreal. Unflipping real, dude. Crazy game. Crazy game. Yeah, that's right, Akash Panda. So what we'll do is I'll read these supers here and then we'll get right into that. Let me see. So CB Maddie comes in with a 5 and says, "My goats are locked in. Let's go. Glad I can catch the stream. Appreciate you, CB Maddie. Thank you so much for stopping by today for this extremely fun chapter, man. I still can't believe Killingham has a different design, dude. Looks cool, too. Thank you, CB Maddie. Appreciate you. Kosh Panda comes in with a 2 and says, Luffy's actual line is, "It's okay, Chopper. I understand." Ah, hold on. Oh, because Chopper is... Okay. So it's like Luffy immediately understood based on that Haki. After what Chopper said, it's like, no, you don't have to say anything else. Like, I understand now. That makes more sense. And that fits with his facial expression here. That makes sense. Thank you, Akash Panda. That really does. Derek Vivian comes to membership for 21 months and says, "This recent stretch just isn't doing it for me. The Demon Possession is not original at all. Reminds me of my second favorite DBZ filler arc, Garlic Jr. I wish Josh was here. My boy Josh, y'all know as AO Chrome. He loves the Garlic Jr. arc. He would have a blast with your comment, Derek Vivian. He'd be like, "What, Garlic Jr.?" Oh, man. No, but I trust me, I understand. I really love it because of what it means thematically for Elbaf, and especially for what we're going with. Looking at what even in this chapter, what they were going with, like the gods and idols thing, and for an emu who represents those at the top of the world, to be capable of something like this, and you're bringing the game board aspect of it. I think it's a really cool take on the demon possession concept, which has been seen as so many different things. And for an emu who represents that within a series like this, that is what adds that next layer of, oh, this is really interesting. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here. And so that's why I personally like it, but I get it if you don't like it, trust me. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you. Josh Pointer comes in with a 10 and says, Emu even mentions King Harold. That flashback is going to be even more interesting. Harold probably manipulated the WG and followed their plan, but waited until the time was right and sabotaged them. That seems right. That seems right, Josh Pointer. It's like Harold, knowing the plan, sabotaged them, or he was corrupted and forced Loki to kill him in the end. Either way, Loki was left. The future of Elbaf was left in Loki's hands after Harold's death. And all of that is either the consequences of Emu's actions, or it was King Harold planning ahead for the future. And either way, it's going to be peak, and I can't wait for that flashback, man. Can't wait. Thank you, Josh Pointer. Follows up with another one. This Monster Trio plus Loki will be greatness. It's going to be peak. And like, I was having a discussion with my cousin in regards to the potential possibilities of, like, Loki joining the crew. And could you imagine that four of Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Loki? Nobody's messing with this, man. I don't give a flying flattener who it is, man. No, they ain't messing with us. You gotta bring Emu to flippin'... it'll say Emu to box us, you know, which is exactly what we're about to see here. In a couple of... either next week's chapter or in the coming chapters. Because, come on, man. We're too nasty. We're too nasty. Let me see for... the fan letter. Fan letter spinoff. Let's go ahead and read this. Let me get some water first. So just in case y'all don't know what I'm about to be reading, yeah, he's done this in every round in the playoffs, James. Like, it's crazy. So, I'm going to be reading the One Piece fan letter spinoff special one-shot that they just released and TCB translated over on the website. So if you want to read it there, you most certainly can. Yeah, that's true, Lazy Mofos. That's a great point. So Lazy Mofo says, we still need to see what Scopper tells them about Haki before they go up there or they all get clapped. That's facts. Because they can't do anything against any of them until they figure out about this situation. You're absolutely right about the Lazy Mofos. They're all getting clapped. I mean, they're getting clapped regardless, by Emu at least. They're clapping the other ones, but they ain't clapping Emu. they not yet, at least. Not yet. Oh, here we go. The World Economic Journal. PS fan letter. Author Momoka Toyota. Artist Posuka Temizu. The Promised Neverland? Oh, that's cool. Trafalgar Law and the Straw Hat Alliance. Oh, it's continuing after. Oh, that's dope. And it shows Nami and the girl. Ugh. Sigh. The new world is... Oh, we're back in Sabodi. The new world isn't all that's in turmoil. My life is. Pay cut. Ah, poor guy. Due to deployment of the new anti-pirate weapon, all soldiers involved are being docked pay. Those officers failed to capture the Straw Hats. And that's what happened at the end of the fan letter. And we got lumped with those incompetent fools and had our pay cut. Mister? Hey, mister. And now my favorite cafe is being overrun by brats. Can my life get any worse? I know I'm supposed to keep an open mind, but still. Why won't anyone recognize my ability? Will I ever get another chance to prove myself? Hey, old man. Old man, can you hear me? There's something big happening. Something big? Are you pulling my leg? They're nodding. Faster, this is super important. And then we see someone here crying. Some kid fell down? Is that all? It's a big thing. Yeah, for a child, this is like the biggest thing in the world. Like, oh, you gotta get down here and rescue her before she dies. You know, that's the extreme lengths to which children's imagination can take them to, right? We hoped we wouldn't have to bother you, but she really needs help. Even if we stretch our hands all the way, we can't reach her. Shout out to Luffy. We had no choice. We had to ask you for help, old man. Quit calling me that. I'm not some random old man. Don't you know a hero of justice when you see one? That's awesome. Grab this, I'll pull you back up. Wow, you're so reliable. You're a really good Marine. I guess children really are good judges of character. Goes down. He slips and falls. So much for hero. He slipped. Oh my, and kind to boot. You even came down for me. Of course I did. Liar! It'll be more efficient to just climb up. Hold on tight. Climbs up all the way to the top. We'll call a different Marine for help. Hold up. What's the issue now? I said everything's under control. That's right. I just accidentally dropped Teddy. I could never leave him behind. She's right. I went back down on purpose to help her pick up Teddy. Stop lying. Now we're going to Usopp element here. But now that it's come to this, the battleship bags? Wow! Now that the foothold is done, I'll be sure to climb it this time. If you fall again, we'll find someone who knows how to climb. A competent adult? Brats, just you wait and see. Please protect us. That's right, this young lady still needs my help. I'm in peak condition and I'm full of potential. Hardworking and on top of that, smart. And I'm a competent Marine. And he falls. The cliff, it's falling apart. Why? Why didn't I notice? I am competent, but no one's perfect. You can't excel from all angles on your own. Kids, stretch out your hands. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, and he throws the kid up there. And he himself falls into the water. Thank you, Mr. Marine. You should be thanking those two, not this old man. Oh, well, aren't you a fine Marine? Naturally. Where's the drowning Marine? I'm not drowning. Don't worry about it. My friend is all right. And then... oh, the Nami girl! He tried so hard, he ended up covered in wounds. He's the coolest Marine ever. I've never met a cool Marine like that. That is beautiful. That is flipping beautiful, man. Oh, that is so good. And that's the end of the fan letter chapter. It ties back to everything in the fan letter so well. The reaching out, doing what only you can do, really paying homage into the themes of the series similar to the fan letter. Good stuff. It was good stuff. Seeing the Promised Neverland art style again through a One Piece story is also super cool. Thank you for sending that, Kosh Panda, man. That is I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. The protagonist of the spinoff was exactly the villain from the fan letter, which is what allows this entire thing to come full circle, and really makes this line, I've never met a cool Marine like that, just truly hit home. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Man. Oh, goodness gracious, bro. This chapter. So, OKC was up by 15 in the fourth, but lost the game winner. That sounds like what happened with the Knicks game. Remember the Knicks game, Josh Pointer, they were up by 20. And they came in and took care of business in the final part. So it's like, man, it looks like they're gonna win it all, bro. No worries, Cadre. Bro, you know how inconsistent my entire reaction process is. Some weeks we'll be live at 8 o'clock in the morning. Other weeks we'll be live at 11 o'clock at night. You know, you just never know. I can't blame anyone for not being able to make it at times. So here's my plan, y'all, for next week. I don't think I'm going to do the top 30 next week, because what I want to do instead is an overall, especially coming off of these last couple chapters, rather than doing an afterthoughts, what I want to do is talk about this last stretch of chapters and where we could potentially go. I feel like there's so many talking points for us to have. We should have a One Piece series live stream next week to discuss the last couple chapters and where we're going. So that is my plan for next week. That I would absolutely love to do, and that is my current plan in mind, for next week, and so we will definitely do that. But as far as the rest of this week goes, Pluto comes in with a 5 and says, "Do you think Luffy vs. Emu should be a beatdown like the first Kaido fight?" Luffy comes back in a later arc and wins. That's a great question. Correction, manga break next week and anime break the week after that. Okay. Well, at least they won't be gone at the same time. Thank you for updating that. So, that's a great question, Pluto. I don't think it's going to be a pure beatdown because I'm not sure if that's what Oda's going to be going for. I think we're going to see something crazy from Imu. But because this is Wi-Fi Haki Imu, we're still going to have a chance to get out of the situation. And that's going to be the scary part about it. Exactly, like Lazy Mofo says. Like, definitely not winning in this arc, and it's going to give Luffy an opportunity to wait until the run back happens at the end of the series. So, what I'm more interested in than the beatdown is the interaction between the two. Because I want to see how Luffy reacts to Imu. Imu is the individual that sits at the top of the Celestial Dragons that represents so much about what Luffy hates as an idea and a concept. So I want to know what happens between the two in the moment, especially considering what could potentially take place with Imu and the rest of the Straw Hats, or Imu and a Straw Hat that gets up there. Akash Panda Kazoo the 2 says Imu killed Saturn for letting Joy Boy escape, Luffy dead. But imagine this, Akash Panda. Imu goes in to attempt to take out Joy Boy, and then back in the Holy Land, he's like, holy sweet mother of Flagnards! Zips out of Gunko's body to go take care of whatever is happening in the Holy Land. Blackbeard, Shanks, Dragon, all of that. That is how we stop that from progressing any further. Or the Gunko regaining her consciousness happens in the moment. Thanks to some Brook thing. But I do think Imu will come in to try to kill, for sure. It's like, yo, that's Joy Boy? What? Hey, come here. I'm putting all the thousands of years of history to rest right here, right now. Watch out, Quack 2. That's interesting, Hunter. Like Zoro's reaction to it? I wonder if Zoro reacts to Imu having similar eyes to Mihawk. And if that conversation ever does get brought up. If Imu loses, do you think he will kill Gunko and prevent her from speaking to Brook? That's the thing. I due to the chaos in the Holy Land, I'm not sure if Imu will have the opportunity to do so until the chaos settles down. So, but if that were to happen, that would be really tragic. That would hurt. No, I definitely understand that, Flourish. Imagine Luffy knocks Imu back down to the holy ground like he did Dofi. That might be how the series ends, honestly. Imu, after letting Luffy escape, may I be judged, maybe I judged Saturn too harshly? Facts. He's gonna be like, yo, my bad, Saturn, like, this is what you were dealing with? Yo, Adrian, bro, seriously, who in the Flying Flatirons is Mosa, dog? Like, the Celestial Dragon idea and concept is something that we were throwing around, obviously, when Mosa was first introduced as a person, as a character. The first time. That was before the Shamrock stuff, right? Wasn't it? Around that time? Maybe I think it was the same chapter, the Shamrock chapter. And so, there was always, like, some sort of connection there. And I just really want to know. Especially with Mosa's really cryptic words about maybe them not meeting again, heading into a crazy situation. It's gotta be what's happening in the Holy Land. It has to be. So then who is Mosa? A person who is a genuine friend of Loki. Koshman comes in the two and says Zoro calls Luffy's devil son. Emu equals Luffy's mom. That'd be some crazy stuff with Koshman. Could you imagine? That'd be some wild stuff, yo. Oh man. We need that Emu reveal. How many Elbaf chapters do you think are left? That's a great question, Pluto. I mean, honestly, things are progressing really well right now, but I'm still gonna say if what's happening in the Holy Land is leading towards the final war, I'm gonna say we have like 30 chapters left. That then takes us into final war content. The only thing stopping me from saying that completely is we still need to explore the Heaven Realm. And backstories. And flashbacks. The Loki flashback is going to happen. That's going to take a couple chapters. The end of the arc resolution has to happen. The fights have to happen. Whatever is going to be the payoff to the mural. And we're still going to be here for a little while. I strongly believe we're still going to be here for a little while. Which I'm completely down with. Dragon is the most wanted man because Emu wants him back. It's like, yo, honey, come home, please. Honey, come back home. If Gunko truly fears Nika, she'll have a moment similar to the Brook moment where she grabbed her chest. Dr. Vegapunk's line about human desire seems to seraphims. That's a great point, Lisa Mofus. It's like they can't help what they desire. Yeah, the Loki Devil Fruit reveal. Yeah, I'd probably say close to 0, Hunter. But I do like the Sora equals Sky thing. Yeah, the more Holy Knights, I think we'll see more Holy Knights when we actually transition to the Holy Land, because they all got called back. Brandon King, cooking as usual, comes in with and says, before I answer your comment, where's my phone at? Did I launch that thing? It must be whenever I saw Emu. Hold on. Okay. So, getting back to what I was saying. Brandon King comes and says, theory based on the chapter, you know how Emu is flipping pieces, is like flipping the game pieces. The black and white pieces remind me of the checkered fate of the D, the checkered fate, which has been brought up so many times. Maybe they are immune to reversing. So, Dak and I were talking about this, Brandon King, about who could be immune to the reversing. And now you bring up the checkered fate, and the D specifically being the ones that are immune. That is going to be key, Brandon King, in us finding out. If that is true, we're going to find that out soon. So, if that's true, Emu is going to try to reverse either Luffy or Vivi in this arc. And when it doesn't work, we're gonna come back to your comment and be like, flipping Flatters Brandon King was right. Because it must have something to do with the D. If it doesn't work, if it does work, then we're gonna have to come back and have a different conversation. So, but it could be a D thing. Yeah, true that, Brandon King. True that. It's like they have bodies that don't die, and that's the opposite of what the D stands for, which is dying for others. You know, Brandon King, that's also biblical. It says in Revelations that in the end times, people will want to die, but they will not have the ability to die. And so that is also something that Imu's ability has similar to what we've seen from a biblical standpoint. But dying for others, that's so true. It's like it's the complete opposite of it. Watch out, Adrian. Killingham calls Imu Anokata. That's the same thing that Detective Conan and Trails, the final bosses of both Trails and Detective Conan are referred to as Anokata, and in their respective language. It's the thing that that Laz and I always say for like the spooky characters. So if Imu was referred to as Anokata, that's confirmed final boss to me. Because like I said, the main central main overarching individual was named out in Trails, and I saw it firsthand in Detective Conan as well. So that might just be for Imu too. Killingham calls Imu Anokata, that person in this chapter. I remember you calling him Anokata in your chapter 908 reaction. So, number one, Akash Panda, that is crazy that you remember that. But number two, like I said, it is because those types of characters are referred to as Anokata in stuff like that. In like Detective Conan, you know. To mysterious, exactly, Akash Panda, exactly. So Quad 2 says, you know how people will flip the board over when they lose a board game? Imagine if Gear 5 Luffy flips the board upside down, reversing everyone, thus also turning the white pieces to black. Ooh, literally everyone gets flipped. So if that's the case, would we then see all of us in like demon forms? Like the Straw Hats. I mean, Robin's form already looks cool. So you just add that onto like all the other characters. That'd be cool, Quack 2. That'd be kind of nuts, actually. Can you imagine? Man, that'd be nuts. But if Luffy does flip up the board upside down, that is what would happen. Muddy comes in with a 2 and says, Gokon, tell me if my 2 chat messages ideas is okay. I'm not sure what you're referring to, B Muddy, but you know, your ideas are always okay here, brother. Always okay here. Yeah, I mean, we've already seen the Robin form, you know, and that ties to Esteem of Allies. Yeah, that's definitely true, Lazy Mofos. That's definitely true. I've never got into Detective Conan, but I've been watching Yaiba. His anime remake recently, though, and the animation, colors, and motion in that are insane. It's old school DB. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. They would just line up all demons in a single line, and Luffy and Bonnie will go Gear 5 on the endpoints of the line, flipping everyone back. Imagine. It's just they just play Bam Bam until everyone just flips back. Bum, bum, bum. Let's flip the board over. Both Luffy and Bonnie. That'd be amazing. Steve Maddie comes in with a 5 and says, I think Mosa might be Shirahoshi, and a thing that Loki's talking about. That nasty. I think Mosa might be Shirahoshi, so that is a crazy idea, Steve Maddie. And a thing that Loki is talking about is the nasty business was the stuff with Sharlos. They were both locked away. So, number one, Mosa being Shirahoshi is nuts. I have not heard that before, Steve Maddie. That is crazy. And keep that in mind. Because, wow. I think Mosa might be Shirahoshi. And a thing that Loki is talking about, that nasty business was the stuff with Charlos. And they were both locked away. So you think both Charlos and Shirahoshi were locked away, and Shirahoshi made a friend out of Loki, and she's right now up there in the Holy Land? Yo! CB Maddie, that is fascinating! I never in a million years would I put 2 and 2 together there. Shirahoshi and Loki? That is amazing. Let's see what my boy sent me. Elbaf arc has now become a reversey Othello game between Luffy and Emu. Absolutely. The game... Yes, exactly, Adrian. We were talking about this at the end of last week. That is the game that Shamrock was talking about. Like, when he was about to leave and he presented the game idea, that is exactly what it was. And it just really leads me to believe what Emu's abilities actually are, right? Which is what we were talking about last week. Man. Excuse me, Maddie, you just blew my mind. Like, could you imagine Mosa being Shirahoshi? And we start already connecting ancient weapons into this plotline? Loki befriending Shirahoshi? That'd be nuts. Nuts, man. But anyways, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. Like I said, next week my plan is to talk about everything that we've discussed over the past couple weeks. Have some new discussions in regards to the events that are currently going on in the story, especially after we all get together. Rather than doing an afterthoughts, I would rather do it to make up for the break week next week. And so I want to have a One Piece series discussion as we head into this, what appears to be the next half of Elbaf here. And hopefully we can do that next week. And so we're about to end the stream here soon. But once again, for those of you with Switch 2s, extremely exciting time. Summer Games Fest tomorrow. Going to be super dope. Let's see what we can do for that tomorrow. And then One Piece episodes this weekend. Super excited for that. Xbox conference this weekend. Super excited for that. So it's going to be a stacked weekend, man. And we're going to be for some good stuff. For the One Piece side of things, we will be back together next week so we can continue to discuss the greatness. I appreciate y'all so much for being here at nighttime. And I will most certainly see y'all as soon as possible for some more Peak. So all love. Crazy. I can't believe the Pacers won, man. That's nuts. Shout out to Halliburton, dude. Crazy, man. You know, Adrian, now you don't have to feel so bad, bro. You know, Halliburton did it to the Knicks, and now he did it to the flipping Thunder, too, man. That's just crazy. But yeah, man. Let's come back next week and discuss some more Elbaf greatness, and look forward to watching the episodes this weekend as well. But I truly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I will see y'all next time. Take care. Greatness, man. I can't, bro. I don't know how long this flashback's gonna last with Luffy, Loki, and them. Because like Lazy Mofo said, we still need to figure out how we're gonna beat these dudes. But once we do get back to the present time, it's gonna be peak, man. It's gonna be so peak. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.